All right, day two, or part two of week 8 of quarantine home confinement. Okay, so common denominators. We look at number 9, and that 5k minus 10 looks like it can be factored like so. And what I want to do is now I look at my two denominators. One of them's k minus 2. Well, this one has a k minus 2. So k minus 2 just once should be part of my denominator. Now this one, first fraction, has a times 5, so that means we want to take this, not really multiplying by 5, but by 5 over 5, which is equal to 1. And that gets me 20 over 5 times k minus 2. Okay, so what does our fraction look like? Looks like this, k squared plus 16 minus that 20 up there that I just had. Now, what I want to do is I want to clean up the numerator. So off to the side, I'm going to redo that. That is k squared minus 4 over 5 times k minus 2. And because k squared minus 4 can be factored, we're always trying to factor, always factoring. So k squared minus 4 factors into k plus 2, k minus 2, all over 5 times k minus 2. And those k minus 2's cancel. Predictable. So my answer is k plus 2 over 5. Okay, so to determine the common denominator on number 10, we first need to factor that guy. Since that factors into y, what, plus 8 plus 3? And so we take stock of our two denominators. This first denominator has a y plus 8, so y plus 8, part of my common denominator. This one has a y plus 8, so we're taken care of right there. We don't need to write it twice as long as this shared. It only needs to be represented once. But this one has a y plus 3, so that needs to be part of my denominator as well. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to get these two fractions to match denominators. Well, the second fraction with 35 in it already has the entirety of that denominator, so we don't need to worry about cleaning anything. That's a 35. We don't need to worry about doing anything to that because it already is completely represented by the common denominator of y plus 8 and y plus 3. Now this fraction here, the first one, it has a y plus 8, but it needs a y plus 3. So y plus 3 over y plus 3. We're not going to multiply those factors together. We're not going to FOIL anything. We just want to factor and cancel. So that means that in order to balance it, I need to multiply this 7 times y plus 3. Well, that's 7y plus 21. Okay, so we put all that together, and we can say 7y plus 56 over, I hate rewriting these, and normally in class I would just not write it, but I want to be thorough since we're not together. Now the numerator, again, guys, you're always looking to factor, always, always, always. So this numerator, 7y plus 56, you can pull a 7y plus 8, and that's over the common denominator. And so that means that these two y plus 8's cancel, leaving me with 7 over y plus 3. Really, it's just a lot of factoring and canceling when we're doing these. As I stated, and I will keep stating, you can pretty much predict that things are going to happen to where something will cancel. Okay, so on number 11, we have x plus 3 plus 2. So once again, we have a matching part here. So this first fraction of x squared minus 5 my common denominator. Just make sure each binomial is represented. Okay. Now it's the second fraction that needs to be balanced because it only has an x plus 2. It needs an x plus 3. Double check, we are adding these, so I don't have to worry about parentheses as much. 1 times x plus 3 is x plus 3. Okay, cleanup time. We've got x squared, got a minus 5 and a plus 3, that's a minus 2, with a plus x in between. All over x plus 3 over x plus 2. The numerator, again, factors. It's going to be x plus 2, x minus 1 over x plus 2, x plus 3. Your x plus 2's cancel for an answer of x minus 1 over x plus 3. You can't cancel parts of binomials. It's all or nothing, so it stays just like that. Okay, this gets to be a little bit repetitive. So number 12, I'm going to blast through a little faster. Factor the numerator, factor the denominator, m plus 2, m plus 3 over m plus 2, m minus 2. So, first fraction, it's got everything it needs. It's got an m plus 2 and an m minus 2. Second fraction only has an m minus 2, so we want to multiply times m plus 2 over m plus 2. So that gets me 2m plus 4. I didn't need to factor the numerator because I'm going to have to combine all the like terms. So that was kind of stupid. Wasted video time. So I guess we don't want to factor the numerator until the end. So let's try that again. Eraser. All right, same thing's going to happen still with the denominator, so there's no issues there. I'm still going to have to multiply this second fraction by m plus 2 over m plus 2. I just didn't need to factor that first numerator. So m plus 2, m minus 2, m squared plus 5m plus 6. All right, we got a plus. I don't have to worry about parentheses as much. All right, starting back to where I left off, m minus 2, m plus 2, that's what I need to match my common denominator right here. Common denominator. So that gets me plus 2 times that. So it's plus 2m plus 4. All right, cleanup time. Got single m squared plus 5m plus 2m is plus 7m plus 6 plus 4 is plus 10. 10 all over m plus 2 m minus 2. Now I want to factor that numerator. M plus 5 over times m plus 2 all over m minus 2 m plus 2. M plus 2's cancel. You can cancel all of a binomial, leaving me with that. Okay, I got 4 more in 5 minutes, so let's see if I can do this. Okay, number 13. Well, now I'm going to have to balance both sides. So you take the greatest hits, the numerator of each, and that becomes our common denominator, w plus 1 and w plus 7. That's the common denominator, minus 7. W minus 7. Okay, so if I want the two fractions to match, then the first fraction needs a w minus 7. Second fraction needs a w plus 1. So multiply by w plus 1 over w plus 1, multiply by w minus 7 over w minus 7. I'm adding, so, all right. So first fraction, 5 times w minus 7. Is 5w minus 35 plus 8 times 8 times w plus 1. I wonder if I need new batteries in my pen. 8 times w plus 1 is 8w plus 8. All right, well, that's a big fat mess. Combine like terms, it's 13w minus 20 minus 35 and positive 8 is minus 27. Over w plus 1, w minus 7. And for the first time, I can't do anything to clean it up. So that's my final answer. All right. Sorry about that. Number 14, I want to multiply this. So my common denominator here is going to be, since b plus 3 is a binomial and b is a monomial, we have to take both of those, b and b plus 3. So that means that this left fraction needs to be multiplied by b. So multiply by b over b, that gets me b squared minus, and because I'm subtracting, I'm going to want to group because you want to subtract everything afterwards, and that's going to change signs. I want to multiply this fraction by b plus 3. Okay, because this b needs this piece of the fraction. So multiply that by b plus 3 over b plus 3. That means my denominators will match, and that gets me minus 4b plus 12. Now the reason I'm using parentheses is that common little trap that you often fall for, and that is when you're subtracting a group, a lot of people forget that it's also applied to the constant at the end. So when I put those two together, it's b squared minus 4b minus 12 all over b times b plus 3. Okay, now I want to factor my numerator, b minus 6 and b plus 2